One of the healthiest ways to cook is to cook with natural ingredients and spices. I have so many recipes you can comfortably use to make your own delicious cooking stock at home, and your food will come out irresistibly tasty. I shared some of them already on my channel. Please watch this video till the end because I shared how I make one of my best cooking stock cubes at home. Hi lovelies, and welcome back to the Belle Cooks. Join me to make beef stock cubes. The major item you need, or I used here, is beef. I love using beef bones. They are the best when it comes to making beef stock, whether it is stock cubes, seasoning powder, or wet stock. Beef bones are the best. This is one of the cheapest and easiest ways to make your own stock at home. So look at the bones I'm using. These are so much bones, and I make sure I use a lot so that I can get the best, like the best out of it. So for safety and for health reasons, make sure you wash these bones very well. So look at how I wash my own. I will wash it randomly, then pour it in a pot and pour water, pour enough water in it and add salt. Okay? Then boil it. Don't allow it to boil because it's your stock. If you allow it to cook, your stock, you've started losing some stock out of it. For you not to lose some of the sweetness in these beef bones, just allow this water to be hot to the extent that you can put your finger and it cannot injure you. As soon as it becomes hot, take it out, turn out this water that is hot. Then pour enough cold water. I did this off camera. I'm sorry. Pour enough cold water. Wash it very well. Then pour it back in your pot. When you pour these bones back in your pot, add water, add salt. These are the two things you need to add, water and salt. Then you cover to cook. First, bring it to a boil. As soon as it boils, I will reduce the flame and allow it to cook slowly. Okay, as it's cooking slowly, it is extracting this sweetness from the bones because this is bones. After cooking, don't take it out immediately. Just cover it in the pot and let it cool down to an extent. Don't let it to get cold because it has fat. If it gets cold, it might be difficult for you to extract the fat. Okay, when it's still warm, then take out this beef, separate from the stock. Now you can now see the bones very well. This is how I cook my own. If you taste this stock in here, it tastes super good. If your bones have some flesh on it, remove the flesh. Make sure you remove all the flesh. Even if it takes you to use knife to scrape them off, remove them, then throw the bones away. Sometimes you may need to rinse the bone again, okay, so that you get all your stock. Cover the pot. You may want to keep it in the freezer or you keep it in a place that is cold. After some hours, you will see that all the fat in this beef is on top, has become solid. As you can see my video, see the fat. So you will have to use your spoon to scrape this off and keep it safe in your freezer, your fridge, or in a cold place. Use it anytime to cook. Now, this our beef stock, it needs some flavor because if you use like this, it will not taste good. To do this, I use a lot of beautiful veggies, flavorful and delicious veggies. I love to use green long pepper, celery, spring onion, carrots, Parsley, red bell pepper. These veggies that I use, they are well selected. They have their specific functions. I've already washed all these veggies. Cut them into chunks. And add all these veggies back to the beef stock. Bring this to boil and allow to boil just 1 minute. Turn off the flame. Keep this to cool. This was few minutes later. This stock and everything inside is already cold. Transfer this to your blender and blend till very smooth. At this point, feel free to store this in your freezer. Pour in a container, store in your freezer, okay? But we are making stock cubes, so we will need to evaporate this. To do this, pour all this in a pot. Turn on your flame and start heating it. You will heat this and continue heating this until it starts to thicken. While evaporating this stock, I blended some black peppercorns, star anise, and calabash nutmeg. They took this to another level completely. You can give this a try. You will love it. So I blended this to a powder and I kept them aside. At this point, you can see this stock. It has thickened up. Look at how it is. I added salt. Make sure you add quite a good quantity of salt, but don't add too much. Vegetable oil and the blend of star anise, calabash nutmeg, and black peppercorns. I cooked this just few more minutes to thicken up a little bit more, just few more minutes, and I turned off the flame. Have tray lined with baking paper or parchment paper. I transferred this to this tray and I covered with foil to cool. A few minutes later, I cut this into cubes. Please don't mind my cutting. I just cut it the way I want to use it. But you can go ahead and cut your own as beautiful as you want them to be. Okay, I cut this and I used some foil paper to wrap them so that they will not lose their taste easily. If you want it to be like your normal or regular stock cubes, you'll have to transfer this to an oven. You can use a dehydrator if you have, but I used oven. This is what you will have after drying. I also wrapped them in foil papers. I further transferred them in Ziploc bags and I kept them in the fridge. With this one that you dried in the oven, you can keep it outside the fridge. It can stay for as long as you want without changing taste or without getting spoiled. This seasoning cubes is more than the one that you get outside. It is beautiful. It is so good. You can give it a try. That is what I use, but because I love varieties and I have so many ways of making stock cubes, I don't only use this one. So lovelies, give this a try. You will be so glad you did. Please try this recipe for chicken and for veggies. Already I shared the one for veggies and I'll be attaching the link in this video. Go ahead, give it a try. You will love it. It's very beautiful. Thank you so much, lovelies. Hope you enjoyed watching. By the grace of God, I shall see you all again in my next video. Until then, stay blessed, stay motivated, keep winning, keep looking unto Jesus. Only from Him our help comes. Bye-bye.